Hey guys, welcome back to iXoft Original, and today's video is going to be the updated, or let's say the next part of this screen recorder HD software we are building in VB.NET from scratch. So I got a message from one of my subscribers asking me to release the part 4 of this iXoft screen recorder software, and I would like to give out the guy's name so that you see that when you add a comment it's going to be readable. Okay, so Jival said, sir, please create screen recorder part 4. So there you go, you have it. So today what we are going to create, this is a full project I have done so far, so I'm going to give you a demo of what I am going to be doing. Okay, so let me delete my previous frames. So I'm just going to record the whole screen from here. As you can see, this is the final project I've done so far. Yes, so I'm going to show you what we will be building today. Okay, so I'll just say stop, and I'll stop it. Then I'll just save my audio separate. So I'll say audio, then I save it. So there you go, I have my recording stopped. So when I click on this play guy, that is gonna pop up this guy for me. That is the preview window. That is what we are going to do today. So when you click on this play, it's gonna play the whole thing for you, or the whole screen from here. As you can see, this is the final project I've done so far. Yes, so I'm going to show you what we will be building today. Okay guys, so this is what we will be building today. So with no further ado, let's hop right into the video. Okay, so this is the project we have done, and let me delete this button, and I played along with the designing of the preview. So let me brief you from what I did. So let me quickly select everything here, then let me delete it. So what I did was I came to this form right here, and I copied this guy. Okay, so I created a new Windows form application, then I gave it a name called preview. After that, I turned the form border style to none, and I selected the start position to be center screen, and sorry guys, so I came back here, then I copied the whole thing from here. So I came to this preview screen, then I paste everything right here. So this is what I have now. Okay, so now these buttons will be deleted. I don't need them, so I need only the close button, which is here, and let's delete the info button, which I don't need, and let's see, that is the minimize button, which I don't need. So with this, I will just have to dock it to the top. So it's already docked to the top, so I'll say left, and then let's dock it back to the top. So I just do this, so I have this right here. Okay, so this is what I did, and also I added a Guna ellipse like this. I just copy that and then come here, then you just paste it. So with this Guna ellipse, just select the target to be your preview. So now you have the curve style. Then with this label, let's change the label to preview. Right? So we have this label to be preview. Alright, so that is what I did, and I added a gradient panel. I added a Gunnar gradient panel. Then we dock to the parent container. Then we click on this to see the colors of the panel. Think that was no gradient, so let's see the gradient panel from here. So you could see that the gradient panel, that is navy, and then we have this. So I just copy this, come to the preview, click on this, type navy here, and then add this code. So we have this. So what I did was I added a picture box right here. Then I dug the picture box to the top, and I extended the picture box to be this way. Alright, so with the back color of the picture box, I set it to black, like this. So now let's see, for the picture box, let's set the size mode to stretch. Right, now let's come here. Now with these guys, these are buttons, but you can copy all these, but I don't want to copy this, but I want to copy from what I did. So I'm just going to what I did, and I just copied it. It's the same thing from the preview you did from your previous project. It's the same thing here. So you can copy this and paste it at the same time, but due to time factor, I like to paste this only here. So I have this here. Now when you take a good look at this button, it's just a Gunner gradient button. So you add a Gunner gradient button, then you work within that. So you just have to set the border radius, the thickness, the solid, everything. So I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna copy the whole thing. And bear in mind that you can get everything from the toolbox right here. So I'm just gonna paste it here. This is awesome. So now let's see what we have here. From this section, this is just a normal label, and I renamed it to LBL status. Then I have this panel 2 here, so I'll just copy the whole thing, come to this side, and then I'll just paste it. So I just bring it here. So that is how I came across to do this design. Don't forget to save your project. Now when you take a good look at my project, we have some things to be added. We have a Gunner drag control, which can control our system. So I'm just going to copy the two of them. It's just a control, a drag control, right? So I'm just going to paste that here. And from the drag control, what they're going to do is they're going to allow us to drag along with this. So I'm just going to set this target first to my panel. So that is going to be my panel 1, and this is my panel 1, and the second one is going to be the preview, the label 17. So I'll just choose the target to be my label 17. I think that is label 7. Okay. Okay, so I think I have the label 17 here. So this is quite interesting. Now we have to add one timer right here, and on this timer I'll just call this clock and choose the interval to be 1000. You see? Good. So within this, we're just gonna start the coding. First of all, we're just gonna start for the let's go to the main form, and here I added preview.show dialog me.hide, right? So that anytime I start and I click on the play button, it's just gonna preview this window. Okay, so let's start with the close button. Now for the close button, what I said was, within this close button, I said this label, which is the status, should tend to false. So let me just copy the whole thing and come to this and paste it here. Let me explain everything for you. So this is what I said. This LBL status dot test should tend to stop, and that is this label. It's already stopped. So whenever I click on this close, it should tend to stop, right? That is what I said. Okay, so I said this LBL M1, which stands for this LBL M1. This one, M1 should tend to 0. All should be 0. All these all these labels should tend to 0. So that is what I just said from here. and I said me.close, then I said picturebox1.image equals to nothing. That means this picture should turn back to black. Alright, so that is what I added for the close button. Now let's see the play button. So I'm just going to copy the code from the play. So from the play button, I'll just copy only these two guys right from here. So I'll just copy them and I'll just paste them here. So the clock right here, whenever I click on the play, this clock is going to start. And whenever it starts, the LBL status is going to change the test to playing. So when I start the project and I click on start, you could see that the timer is going to start, and you see that it's now playing but nothing is showing. So let's work on that. So I'd like to set this me.close. Instead of me.close, I'll say me.hide. That is awesome. So now let's go to the timer or the clock and let's see what I have here. Now with the clock, I would like to make it very simple for you. So with the clock, what I said was I just copy the whole thing, and you know it is already in your project. It is already in your project. Just go to your form 1 and just view your codes. We've already written these codes from here, so you just have to copy the whole thing from your form 1. You already have the codes, so you just have to copy the whole thing, come to your preview, timer, then you paste. But from here we just have to add some codes from our form 1. So within our form 1, let's go forward, let's go to the top, and we're just gonna copy this code right here, this timer 1 click, right, or timer 1 tick. So we're just gonna copy the whole thing from here. So okay, so I just copy the whole thing, then I come to this clock, then I paste this here. So what I said was on error resume next if io.file.exists, which means application.start path and the images it's captured, and then the info. So we have to declare that statement right here, right? So let's see, from our form 1, from our codes, we declared that statement up here. So this info, and so let's copy this info, come to the preview, paste it right here. So now this info is fixed, and now we have to remove this preview guy. So now this picture box is going to do the whole thing. This is quite interesting. So quickly I want to clean up my project, so I'll just go to my project, which is my screen tutorial, and I'll go to iSoft debug. That is where I am debugging. So I think, okay, so I have the 86, that is where I am debugging. So I just want to delete the whole thing I did. I have some images I recorded earlier on which I will be deleting. Come on. Okay, so whilst it's not opening, I'd like for us to start the project. I think everything is gonna work. So let's quickly start our project. I think my computer have a problem because this is not the computer I used to do the programming. I just got a new one, so I just decided to play along with this computer as well. So I click on this. Now I can move it around, and I already have some images here, so I can play that. So when I click on play, it's just gonna play the whole thing, the image I captured, and everything is working perfectly fine. When I click on stop, it's just gonna stop the whole thing. So let's work for the stop and let's see what we have here. So with the stop button, what I said was the lbl.text should tend to stop, and the it should tend to stop, right? And then we will set the time I want to stop as well. So let's come to our main project, then let's paste this here. So I'm just gonna remove this. Yes, so this is how it's gonna be. So let's save this, start it once again. We already have that project there, so I'm just gonna click on the play. Whilst it's playing, I can just click on stop, and you see that it stopped. You see, play, it's playing, and it just resumed. Stop, it stopped. Play, and it's playing. Alright, so guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I believe you've gotten the basic understanding and everything. I believe everything is working perfectly fine. So far so good. I believe we will be building a lot of things out here. We will be tackling the settings section, where you can set up your screen resolution according to your computer's screen resolution, and also available recording devices. That one too, you can select it from here. And I believe we will be adding a lot of features to this particular project, and it's going to be somehow, awesome. So stay tuned, and if you have yet not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe. We have a lot to give you guys, and much love. Have a nice day.